Good morning, Dutchman.
Good morning, Dutchman.
It is Monday, September 23rd, around 11 a.m., and we are still in Moscow, Russia. We'll probably be in Moscow, Russia for most of these. Yeah. Well, I had to work for 13 hours yesterday, Sunday. There was some issue with something we were working on, and so I spent the whole day working. And then I had to wake up this morning and get some more work done. Um, really, it's just sitting on a phone call and telling people what I'm seeing in some logs. But anyway, didn't really have time to make a Russian life video, so that's part of my work life. Thrilling. Let's take a look at week 3. Week 3 is not an exciting week for Dutchman Fantasy. There are 3 players left for the Chicago-Washington game. But the teams they're playing on are either already winning or so far behind that there's no way they can make up the 70-point difference. Sorry, Tom Butler. I don't think you're gonna pull out a win this week. The Tom Butler Squeak matchup is just a blowout. Tom Butler didn't do too bad, 90 points, but Squeak pulls out 150, nearly 160, almost entirely thanks to Mike Evans, who I think first player this season to get over 40? Maybe. Don't quote me on that. Good showings elsewhere, but definitely Mike Evans being the star of that show. I had a pretty terrible week, just missing getting 70 points total, thanks in part to Jimmy Graham and Emmanuel Sanders and the Titans defense getting a grand total of 4 between them. Not a great showing. It would be hard to do worse than me. But Lewis found a way, getting -6 from the Ravens defense. So in a classic, I'll get a win, being the second lowest scorer of the week to move up to 2-1. So thanks, Lou. Geb had a large week. Mike Evans may have gotten 41, but Russell Wilson got 41.3. Geb will get a total of 141, which is plenty to beat out Kurt at 112. Big plays, big showing. Kurt will drop to 1-2, and Geb will move up to 3-0. Also moving up to 3-0 will be Krish, the young hose, thanks to Mark Ingram getting 33.5 points, beating out Park City Patrol. Semi had a great showing from Deshaun Watson, but then it kind of drops off from there, getting himself 84. As we mentioned, Squeak, being the top scorer this week, will get his first win of the year, and Tom Butler will continue on his losing streak. Mr. Poopy Butthole and Brett Favre's Penis. Brett Favre's Penis really got a good showing, getting 3 players scoring over 20 points, whereas Mr. Poopy Butthole didn't get 1. That will move Tiller to 1-2, as James and Connor move up to 2-1. Turd Ferguson still has a player to go, but is currently beating Dun by about 16 points, so we're not worried there. Kenny will drop to 1-2. Colin will join me at 2-1. So nothing really to watch on the Chicago-Washington game. I guess enjoy it. And now it's time for Vika's weekly predictions. But we have to chase her down today. Vika! How you doing? Great. As you know, we have Chicago versus Washington Monday night this week.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting. Yeah. Any predictions?
Tonight.
It's tonight.
It's tonight.
Yeah.
I think Chicago's gonna win.
You think Chicago's going to win? Any reason?
Yeah, because I want to go there.
Fantastic. Well, not very interesting fantasy this week, so we'll just we'll leave it at that. Viga votes for Chicago, and I say fuck the Bears. Well, you heard it here first. Chicago over Washington. This week, the 3:20 a.m. Friday game is Eagles at Packers. So bring it on, Squeak. This episode brought to you by Tilted Glasses.